Have you ever looked up a Catholic answer on Google, maybe something as simple as, "What does defrock mean?" or "Can a bishop cancel Mass?" but couldn't find the usual trustworthy Catholic sites? Did you feel something was off or even suspect that Catholic content is being hidden? This concern isn't just speculation. Recent court cases, university statements, and investigative reports point to a worrying trend. Catholic voices and websites are becoming harder to find on the world's biggest search engine. In July 2025, the popular Italian Catholic site Messa in Latino, which promotes the Latin Mass and church teaching, was suddenly deleted from Google's Blogger platform. Only after global protest and a court ruling was the blog restored, with the judge determining Google's action violated fairness laws. Meanwhile, well-established Catholic universities like the University of Dallas have seen Google and Meta refuse to run their ads, not because of any policy violation they can identify, but simply for mentioning Catholic values. If you want to help reclaim our voice online and stand firm in Catholic truth, hit like and tell us where you're watching from. Subscribe for more faithful Catholic content and scan the QR code or check the description if you'd like to support our mission. The issue is straightforward. For years, solid Catholic sites like canonlomadiesi.com or diocesan news pages consistently ranked at the top of search results. Regular Catholics, seekers, and even non-Catholics easily found answers on canon law, liturgy, church teaching. Suddenly in 2025, long-trusted articles began vanishing, not from the internet itself, but specifically from Google's results. Searching for defrock meaning or "Can a bishop cancel Mass?" on Google, those Catholic answers now appeared nowhere, while they could still be found instantly on competing search engines. It isn't a technical glitch. The sites are live and unchanged, but for many key faith topics, Google's algorithm stopped showing them. History and faith-based institutions confirmed the pattern. Take the University of Dallas, a flagship Catholic university in the United States. In early 2025, Google blocked 9 separate ads for the university's graduate programs. Google cited its rules forbidding faith-based, personalized advertising, but offered no specific explanation when the university pressed them for details. Their business program ad featured nothing religious, yet was still rejected without appeal. Meta, Facebook, and Instagram followed up by blocking the university's marketing consultant, refusing to explain why he couldn't advertise for Catholic or pro-life clients. Across the world, parishes, blogs, and Catholic advocacy groups reported the same, unexplained drops in search visibility and traffic, with secular answers taking their former place. Here's why that matters. Catholic doctrine has always held that truth, the fullness of revelation, matters for every soul. When Catholic voices disappear from common channels, people go elsewhere for answers. They encounter confusion, half-truths, or outright error instead of the Church's wisdom and grace. This isn't just about page views. It affects the ability of the Church to evangelize, catechize, and support people searching for God. Is it all intentional? Not necessarily. Some inside Google have argued there's no campaign against religious people, but the effect is real. Former Google engineers like Blake Lemoine and leaked documents from Project Veritas show that personal and institutional bias within major tech firms can and does shape how algorithms rank religious and moral content. Whether it's an explicit rule or the subtle influence of a workforce less familiar with traditional Christianity, the result is often the same. Catholic resources are much harder to find online than they used to be. Let's look at how the Church teaches us to see these challenges. In the Gospel, according to Matthew, chapter 16, verse 17 through 18, Jesus says to Peter, "Blessed are you, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." Despite attacks and suppression from rulers, authorities, or new technologies, Christ's promise stands. The gospel and the teaching church cannot ultimately be silenced. The early church faced direct and brutal censorship. Pagan Rome didn't simply argue against Christianity, it banned Christian literature and persecuted anyone who spread the faith. St. Paul wrote in his second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verses 3 through 4, "For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, they will surround themselves with teachers who say what their itching ears want to hear, and they will turn away from truth to myths." The church has always known the temptation of systems and authorities replacing the gospel with more fashionable or worldly narratives. But what about our responsibility as Catholics? The Catechism of the Catholic Church, in paragraph 2498, teaches society has a right to information based on truth, freedom, honesty, and within the bounds of justice and charity. Truth is not just an individual pursuit, it is a social right. When search engines deprioritize or silence trustworthy Catholic sources, they don't just inconvenience believers, they impair the right of all people to seek the fullness of truth. This principle has deep roots. The Church Fathers, like St. Augustine in The City of God, Book 19, explained that peace and justice are only possible when truth is given its rightful place in public life. History shows that when access to authentic teaching is restricted, error spreads quickly and the common good is damaged. So what should we do? First, recognize that algorithmic bias is real. Peer-reviewed research published in 2024 by Harvard University demonstrated that Google search, like other large platforms, returns widespread different results for the same exact religious queries depending on the country, language, and culture, reflecting not the objective truth, but dominant local preferences. Rankings aren't always a matter of technical neutrality. Concrete action matters. If you own or run a Catholic website, verify your site within Google Search Console. This is free, safeguards your indexing, and helps you spot algorithm changes. If your traffic suddenly drops, you'll know it isn't a hosting problem, and you'll have audit trails to present in any dispute. Get your parish, school, or diocese to do the same. Share what you learn with your pastor or bishop. If your site is suddenly removed or your ads are blocked, document and appeal. Sometimes, as Messa in Latino and the University of Dallas showed, persistence pays off. Second, diversify your outreach. The early church didn't wait for the empire's permission to evangelize. Neither should we. Promote reliable Catholic content using email, smaller search engines, parish newsletters, and word of mouth. The Catechism in paragraph 2109 states that the right to religious liberty is an essential element of the dignity of the human person and of justice in society. Claim that space. Keep Catholic truth in circulation no matter what obstacles arise. For daily Catholic resources, visit our website or scan the QR code. You'll find the daily Mass readings, a Seven Sorrows Rosary, devotional prayers, and soul search, a web app for daily examination of conscience, guided reflection, and secure progress tracking. Objections will come. Some insist these stories are exaggerations or misunderstandings of web design. Sometimes, poor SEO or outdated websites do lose ranking, and not all traffic drops mean censorship. It's true, technical errors, mobile incompatibility, or content guidelines can also affect results. But when only Catholic or pro-life ads are blocked, when prominent Catholic sites vanish overnight, while less credible sites stay public, the evidence points to more than just technical error. That's why transparency matters. Demand clear explanations, fair appeals, and equal treatment for faith-based organizations. When people dismiss your experience, respond with charity and facts, show them actual examples, and call for outside reviews when necessary. The Catechism reminds us in paragraph 2512, society has a right to information based on truth. Responsible, persistent scrutiny is not divisive. It is service to the gospel. So, what can you do today? First, check your favorite Catholic websites. Are they still visible? Ask your parish if their content is indexed and claim your rights as a faith community. If your diocese faces trouble, get in touch with church leaders. Make sure no one suffers alone or in silence. Most importantly, know that no algorithm, not even Google, can erase Christ's promise. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it. If this episode helped you or shed light on a situation you've wondered about, share it with a friend, hit subscribe, and try our web app for daily Catholic guides and soul search. When the gates of information are closed, God always opens the doors of hearts.